That's just not, you're not making the best qualified getting promoted. You're not rewarding the best performer. You're just doing other programs. That has nothing to do with the getting the job done properly. You want to have the best qualified guy doing your brain surgery, not the correct culture doing your brain surgery. That's why I kind of felt when I was as a junior, if I knew something I felt the senior didn't know, and I thought he ought to know, I told him that if it would make the job better, because I thought that's what the Coast Guard paid me to do. I worked for the Coast Guard to make the Coast Guard as good as we could make it. My boss didn't know something, and so I would tell him. It was a little disturbing to the boss to be told by a junior, but I felt that was my job. They paid me to do this. It wasn't a choice. It was something I needed to do. I probably wouldn't do anything because of diversity. I would base it on merit. If we had all the people ended up black, if it was merit, they were all better than all the rest of the people, that's the way to be. That's why this business of you can't have a good program unless you have a diverse, it's just inane. It's not true. It's just not true. It may make things somewhat better in some respects. Maybe people get along better or whatever, they work better on the job, whatever. You can't say that you got to have diversity to have the best product, because that's not true in certain things, like the National Basketball Association, the NFL. Those are not based on diversity. They are based on merit.
I think some people who trumpet diversity, it encourages young people if they can see someone like them succeeding or...
Yes, well, if you want to do that, and I agree with that, that's a very good idea. Go out and find you a black person that's the best swimmer that ever was and make him an example. In other words, start with merit and get the people to be enthused because of merit. Not because he's black, but because he's merit being copied.
Yeah, you build the diversity after the merit.
That's right. But you go get the merit first. Keep the merit in the program. If you don't, seemingly to me, the program is going to go downhill. I know that that's not going to be very acceptable in our society.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm not trying to be acceptable in society. I want to do my job like it's supposed to be done. I like to be kind to people. I like people. I like people. I would say that absolutely honesty and straightforwardness have to be the basis of way you make your judgments. If you do it for other reasons, then you got to say you're doing it for other reasons. Like you say, best qualified. They can't use that expression anymore. You say, we need a person of this particular culture in the organization so we could have an example. Not he's the most talented guy we got. Implying that he's the most talented guy you got. I don't like any of the diverse programs calling them best qualified. That's dishonest. That's dishonest. And that is going to blow your organization right off the top of the hill, as far as I'm concerned. You can't be dishonest with your people. You got to be straight with them. And if they need to be told, you got to tell them. If they need to be complimented, you'll want to do that. Yep, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to change. If you're going to be a fake, you're not going to ever have a good life.
Just be honest. What's the problem with that?
Yeah, I agree.
That's all we're asking for.
That's all we're asking for.
That's all we're asking for.